What's up, y'all? Goblinmaxxer here. I'm back on my cart stuff again. You may see this contraption in front of me and wonder, what the heck is this? And why is it buried into the ground? Well, you see, this is a minecart contraption where this linear chassis is connected to these radial chassis. And believe it or not, it actually goes pretty far down. All the way to bedrock, actually. Hold on, let me turn off these stupid freaking portals. Let me just turn them off real quick. There we go. Awesome. It goes all the way down to bedrock, and most of these are double stickied, but as you'll see, we only really need one sticky because, well, I'll explain it later. I have some other stuff to show off, including this thing, which actually just popped into frame. This is the big stick. You may remember Theodore Roosevelt. He once said, speak softly and carry a big stick. This is actually what he was referring to. It was the big stick that rolls around on a minecart. And that's why I built on the railroads across the United States. Now we'll just give this a little shove. I'll give this a little shove so I can, demonstrate what it really does. And essentially, it's supposed to rotate around with the rest of the minecart because it's set to follow its rotation. However, it doesn't do a very good job at that. Because, well, I honestly don't know the reason. But it really is not, it sucks. Is essentially what I'm trying to say. It sucks at following correct rotation, especially when you're at the base here. And it has to actually go really slow in order for it to follow properly. Which is kind of difficult because eventually it does just stop. But one thing you can do that's kind of interesting actually, if I can get it all the way back to its starting position. Thankfully it goes this way and not that way, otherwise it would break a ton of blocks. One thing that's really interesting that you can do is you can place a deployer at the end of this, and essentially... Oh, I gotta figure out how to do that. I don't want to get rid of grass block. Get out of here. Place a deployer. Actually, I'm not even sure if that's gonna... Okay, we'll place it right here just so we can make sure that it's stickied. And then I also need a couple of chests because the deployer, it automatically takes from chests, but there need to be chests on here, so then we just sticky that, and then we're just gonna over sticky like that because I'm honestly kind of paranoid. We're just gonna place a radial chassis in here, and it's like whatever. And honestly, this is also scalable like in the vertical direction, so when we got enough vertical chassis, let's just, add a few more deployers. And of course, we have to make sure these are stickied as well. But this is a great way in case you're too lazy to build a castle. If you just really have a hankering to build a castle, but you don't actually want to build a castle. And I'm gonna just fly back out, double check here real quick. If this actually works, because the last thing I want to do is just activate this and have it not work. It's looking like it might be functional here. Oh, where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Okay, it was just lagging a little bit. But I placed the blocks. Now I can show you the true power of this contraption. I call it a fortress builder, and essentially what it does when it doesn't mess up like that is it goes around in a full circle. I do need to fly out a bit more, I think. Either that or wait for it to slow down all the way, just so it can actually complete the rotation instead of snapping back like it is. I think it's going to be this next one here. Yes. This one is the one that it's gonna... We're getting big money on this one. Getting big money on this one. This is the one. Oh shit, we ran out of blocks. fudge! And it was going around in a perfect, you know what, screw this. But you can see the idea. Okay, screw this, I want to do this for real, man. I don't want to just half-ass it. Oh, they can't even see the chest out here. In fact, I'm not even sure if it exists at this, this level. But this is essentially how I made this, big dome over here. However, you can see I made it much smaller, so it's much more manageable. But yeah, look at this cool wall. Very nice. That being said, if you want this to actually work, you should probably try doing it a bit smaller. Why are you going backwards? Okay, that's crazy. I don't know, I tried doing a test to see how exactly, like, what's the limit on this? It seems... Well, damn it, I have a rotation limit. So I just gotta turn this back off again. By the way, for dinner today, I made 2 flatbread pizzas and I sandwiched them together, and it was a total of 2,000 calories. And I also drank a... Whoa! Buddy! Watch where he's swinging that thing. So you can see... As it gets shorter, it actually gets much more responsive. Okay, I don't like this. This is a bit too suggestive. We gotta turn it off. But we'll head over to the main star of the show today, which is something I really wanted to show off. And well, I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea how exactly this is gonna work out, because this is my first time doing something like this. In terms of like a machine that has this many blocks glued together. And I have had bad experiences, like, for example, in the past, like, I stacked a bunch of carts on the mag rail. And you can see a bunch of carts over here. This is nothing compared to what I did. I stacked like 100 carts on the mag rail and I pushed them. And essentially what it did, it completely crashed my game. I had to restart, and then when I got back, none of it was there. They all disappeared into thin air. So I'm not... who knows, maybe I'll end the video with that, but... Well, that's if we don't get absolutely totaled by this contraption here. So, just to reiterate, glued all the way down. It's all just a bunch of radial chassis. It'll set to like 8. Hopefully that helps to mitigate some of the lag here. Let's see, radius and sticky. Really, I want these to be set to 1. You as well, actually I don't want you sticky at all. Having you sticky would be very bad. Well, I think I'm gonna get rid of that one. Probably like these 5, honestly, now that I think about it, because having those 5 sticky and running out of rail would just be like a tragedy. So something like this... And this is sticky as well. So as you can see, when I activate it, contraption unable to assemble. There are too many blocks included. Limit 2048. Okay, let's do the math here. So if there's 8 radius blocks, then essentially... I don't know, maybe we just half that. See how... Well, if we can lift this many. I mean, all we need is like a few, right? Okay, that's still too many. Something like that. I mean, I'm really making compromises here. Nope, still too many. Something like that. Now we're only like a couple blocks deep. Really? Huh. This has gotta be fine. This contraption is unable to assemble. Well, how about now? How about now? Is this still too much for you? Come on. This is nothing. This is literally nothing. I think you're being a bit of a scaredy cat here. Okay, come on. There's barely even any blocks. What about now? Or are you just broken? Oh! That was humorous. Oh, man. Oh, wow. Okay, so are you still, like, moving at all? Are you still functional? Well, here's what I was kind of hoping, right? Is that I'm able to guide it back, place it on a few rails as it is, and then we just move it forward till it reaches a wall, and then we hit it with a cart stop. Oh, wow. Okay, how many was that, though? Is what I'm curious about, you know, most of all. I don't even know how large this thing is. It's gonna be kind of big. I mean, we could use levitating reels to sort of get an idea of how much it's, you know, how much of a longus it's got on it. Okay. Okay, alright. Hold on. Let's get you back over there, but let's also make sure you have what you need. So that would be this. It's a part assembler. I'm gonna be honest, that wasn't a real laugh. I just faked that because people said they thought my laugh was funny, so I just faked it. None of my emotions are real. The only reason I laughed during that one instance was actually just because, let's see, what do we even have here, dude? Because it's like, oh yeah, no, that's real, that's real. Okay, then. Then show me. Show me what you got. Show me what you got, buddy. What do you got under there? Come on now. I don't even think there is that much. Like, there can't be that much. Maybe we could just send it up a bit. See how it does. It's such a great height. Such a great height. Just kinda nudge it from the side here. Whoa. Whoa, hey, wrong direction. Wrong direction there. Of course, it's still being quite difficult. Holy moly! I couldn't even see that. Could not even see that. How big was that? Well, I should have kept track when I, you know, had it in the position, man. Okay. I don't think we're gonna get a clear visual on this. Unless we resort to guerrilla tactics. Which does involve a bit of interesting game manipulation here. Let's see. Shift right click, yes, of course. I know how to do this. Of course I know. Cuboid. Yeah, that's probably the best. 32, 32, yeah, 32, 32, 32. Yeah, that works. Then I just gotta clear this little portion here. And this is what we have. Dude, are you serious? This is nothing. Come on, man. Telling me, oh, this is like this is gonna crash the game. No, it's not. Get the heck out of here. That's gonna crash the game. This'll crash the game. You want me to crash the game? This'll crash the game. How's this? How's this for crashing the game, huh? Okay, this isn't gonna crash the game either. It got close, but nothing like that. But I do know something that will crash the game. In case you were really wondering about what I said earlier. Yeah, I guess I can just do that. Just stack the carts on the magnetic rail. Now, I want to just say a big thanks to all my new subscribers and viewers of the video, because well, to be honest, I didn't even like know. I'm like stuttering like a dumbass here, but like I never expected that cart video to blow up as much as it did, and I suppose if it brings people that much joy, then I mean, I'm more than happy to do more of this stuff, but yeah, I just want to say thank you for watching my videos, and if you enjoyed this one, make sure to drop a like. But yeah, see ya. Oh, well, that was nothing. That was nothing. We gotta do a bit more than that. We have to do a little bit more than that. Let's see, how did I even do it last time? I don't even remember what it was now, do I? I think it was, yes, this one. It's definitely this one. I suppose I could talk a bit more about myself. So I basically, since the middle of summer, I've been uploading. Well, at first it just started with a YouTube video every day, but then it was like, well, okay, if I just upload a YouTube video every day, I feel like I'm not really utilizing all the... Like, I feel like I could be doing a lot more and getting a lot more effective results. So then I started doing, like, a video and a short per day, and then I started branching out to other platforms like Zitter and Instagram. Instagram was a surprising one for me, but I moved to Zitter, and then also TikTok, which at first, like, I didn't know how TikTok worked. I got 0 views. I hated it. But, I mean, honestly, TikTok's one of my favorites, and it's definitely not because I spend 5 hours on it a day. That's not the reason. It's not the reason at all. But, I'd say we're probably set once we reach a good solid 60 FPS. I think that would be a good time to send it. And I understand I said some things about smoking in my last video. I just want to take a minute to clarify that I am strictly anti-smoking. And, yeah, smoking was a terrible experience for me. I had, like, there were times where I was extremely lightheaded, when I was coughing up blood. Wait, no, not coughing up blood. It wasn't that serious. I would cough and I would taste blood. My laugh became more of a but yeah, it was not a good time all around. Okay, I think we're getting there. I think we are there, actually. So let's detonate this nucleus, and once again, make sure to drop a like. See ya. Okay, I think this is to a large extent my fault.